Good morning, everyone. It's Jennifer. Welcome back to the channel. Um, sorry, I promised myself that I would stop saying every time I start a sentence. Today is my whip and chat or my draw with me. This is going to be an hour long. I'm accepting the challenge that Mrs. Coffee put out. She's done this before and I did it then, and I really enjoy doing these, so we're gonna do this. And I hope I have an hour's worth because yeah, this is yeah. So we're gonna do this. I'm being positive. Um I am still working on Who You Say I Am. I am on the very last row. I am on the first, well, basically two sections, and then I have these two sections left to do. I'm hoping and praying that I will be done with this by Thursday or Friday. We'll see. So we're going to do that and sit back, diamond paint for an hour with me, and we will chat. I hope everyone's having a great week. My schedule is all discombobulated. I was trying to do a couple of videos yesterday, and for some reason, they didn't want to cooperate and upload. So that was my start off yesterday. It was definitely a Monday. So we're going to go ahead and go back in time and we're going to go back to last week, and we're just going to, go with it. And do I hit this right down? Bear with me while I get my diamonds drills put in here because I need new drills. It's been a cray week. Crazy, 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 crazy week. As my daughter says, cray. You guys can see I'm getting more gray hair. If not, at least I see them. Let's put it that way. It's been one of those weeks. Okay. Last week was Miranda's boyfriend. Last Wednesday was Miranda's boyfriend's birthday. We did a big, huge birthday dinner with her for him, and she made a cake. I helped her with the pot roast because it was the first time she ever did a pot roast. So she, that it turned out good. I think she was kind of worried that it wouldn't turn out because she wasn't sure how to do it, and because I don't have a crock pot anymore. That's you guys, if those of you that have been subscribed, you know what happened last year. I haven't gone to crock pot yet. But those of you that are new, that are just new to the channel, that have recently subscribed, I had a crock pot, a Pittsburgh Steelers crock pot that I got from Walmart. And anyway, long story short was my son Justin was making some ramen noodles in a pot. Well, he moved the crock pot back onto the back burner. Now you have the crock pot itself that's inside the cooker. Okay. The ceramic crock pot didn't get messed up. It was the cooker. And I was in the middle of doing a live, and well, he caught it on fire. Yeah, that was an experience. And mind you, 17-year-old running around here like he was 5, flipping out because, oh, there's a fire, and he didn't know what to do. So that was how that debacle started. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, so she, wanted to make a pot roast for him, and I told her how I do it when I didn't have a crock pot, and so she she was kind of nervous about it because she wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. And she didn't want to mess it up, which I can't blame her. And, but she did good. I didn't do any of the work. She, she did it all herself. She made the cake, and, she, made all the stuff to go with the pot roast. I mean, she knows how to cook, but, and she's been, she's helped me cook dinner. And, she's been a big help with me. So we did that, and, that was, that. But in the meantime, the reason I said it's been a crazy, 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 crazy week is because little dude has, I don't know if this is the age, okay? But little dude has decided that he wants to start tantalizing. Now, mind you, I don't, okay. Usually I don't have a problem with it, because in a way it's funny, especially the way he does it, or when he starts tantalizing people. Well, he started tantalizing Miranda, my daughter. He started tantalizing her boyfriend, John. And it just, and then, he moved on from them to Justin. And I guess Justin, got very, very irritated with it. And he kind of snapped at Sky. And I didn't really pay attention at first because I just thought, Justin and him were playing. No. Mm-mm. So Skylar comes back here because I'm back here doing something. I'm back here. I've been organizing my bedroom / diamond painting area for the past week and a half, and I will post pictures on Instagram. I finally got it straight. Don't mind the closet door open behind me, and don't mind the crap on the dresser back here. I haven't got it all done, but I've made it done. So he he comes back here, and he's got this look on his face like he's gonna cry. And I said, what's wrong? Justin's being mean. What do you mean Justin's being mean? Well, I don't even know why he was being mean. I don't even remember what the reason was, to be truthful. So I just looked at him and I said, well, what did you do? Nothing. Now, by this time, Justin comes in here and, Skylar's telling me he didn't do anything. Well, Justin goes up. He says, okay, just tell Mom what you did. And I'm like, okay. So I look at Justin and I said, what did he do? Well, Skylar, wouldn't tell me what he did. To be honest, I don't even remember what he did. That's how small the whole issue was. And at first I just let it go because, it was kind of funny because, I laughed about it. Justin laughed about it. Sky ended up laughing about it. It was all, I thought, over said and done. No more tantalizing. So we go fast forward to later on in the week, and I think it was Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Yeah. No, it was John's birthday, Wednesday. Yeah. I guess he thought this would be a cool birthday present for John. So, because John, Miranda's boyfriend and Sky, John, he likes him. Skylar likes likes Miranda's boyfriend. He hangs out with him. He plays uh Sonic with him. Just So I'm not really sure how this came about. Now, mind you, I don't ground I used to ground my children. My oldest children can tell you, I used to ground them. I was strict as all get go with them. And, but since Sky and later on with Justin, I kind of just eased off a little. So I'm out in the living room and I'm watching TV. I can't even, to be truthful, I can't remember. I don't know if it was, no, I was reading a book and I was trying to block everything out. You know how you are when you read, you tend to go into your own little, into reading land and, get into the book and yeah. So that's what I was trying to do. Well, Miranda kept telling Sky to stop. Well, he wouldn't stop. Well, the next thing I know, she screams, "You need to stop." And I look up, and Skylar's just standing there with this look on his face. Excuse my language, shit-eating grin. And he's just being goofy. And I looked at her and I said, "What happened?" He's being extra, Mom. Well, duh. I don't know if it's the age. I don't know what the deal is with this. So, and I told him to stop a couple of times, so he just didn't want to. And as I said, since Justin got a little older and Sky got, Sky, I don't really punish or ground them anymore. I used to. I mean, the girls will tell you, I used to ground them over, you name it. It was stupid, trust me. And, well, he just wouldn't stop. So finally I said, "Go sit in timeout." Well, he starts crying. And, I felt horrible because, in a way, the whole thing was funny. In a way, it wasn't. And I felt like a horrible mom because I made him cry. And like I said, I've never really, grounded him or never really punished him. Like if he's done something in school, I'll take the Xbox or the Nintendo away for like one night or even TV. And usually, after that, he's pretty good about doing what he needs to do. Well, I think when I put him in timeout the other night, I think that kind of shocked him because I hadn't done it in so long. And after he'd been in there for the amount of time that I told him that he was going to sit there, he came out. I called him out and I said, "Come here." And I said, "What is going on with you?" And he just looks at me and he says, I'm hyper." And I said, "Why are you hyper? You haven't had any sugar, and the cake and everything that you had for John's birthday last night, it shouldn't make you this hyper now. I said, were you like this at school today? No. Okay. So he calmed down. I don't know what the deal was. I have no clue. It just, I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's the age. I don't know what the deal is. I really don't. It just kind of just, threw me for a loop, kind of, because I wasn't expecting it. And I was shocked. So but so far he's been pretty good about, this week, not trying to be too much of a, trying not to be too crazy or, whatever, hyper. And so in the meantime, during all this, he looks at me and says, oh, I forgot to give you something that I brought home from school. Okay. Mind you, I haven't gotten his Tuesday folder at all. Because I get a Tuesday, he brings me a Tuesday folder every Tuesday for me to sign or initial, and he takes it back. And I said, is it your Tuesday folder? No. Well, what is it? And he goes in, goes into his book bag, brings out his report card. I said, report cards are already? Are you serious? And he says, yes. So I thought, okay, you gave me a report card. Why haven't I gotten one from Justin? So I knock on Justin's door and I asked Justin, I said, where's your report card? I didn't get it. Why? Because why? I leave early. Okay, but that's no reason for you not to, sorry, I'm moving this. Um, not to get your report card. Where is it? Well, because Justin has early release, he doesn't, and I guess the last period of the day is when they pass out the report cards. So I told him, I said, well, then you go to school tomorrow and you get it and bring it to me. And I don't know if he's forgotten. I'm not really sure on that note because I haven't received it yet. And you get to watch me do this while I'm helping. Because I've got to put more patty wax in my freaking pen. So, anyway, Skylar gave me his report card. Now, they don't call this honor roll anymore. It's now academic achievement. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. But I still around here call it honor roll. And Lord knows, Sky looked at me like I had 3 heads the other day when I told him that, I was proud of him because he made honor roll. He's like, Mom, what's honor roll? Really? He had no clue. Which, I didn't expect him to know because they stopped calling it honor roll a long, long time ago. So it's all good. But I still call it that way only because that's how I know what it is. And he got A's and B's. And the only reason, and I was kind of shocked because I wasn't expecting him to get a B in math because he's been having, problems with math. Only because I think it's the way that they're teaching math. The way that math is being taught, I don't know. Because even for me, this new math that they're teaching is confusing as all get go. I have no clue. And I'm shocked that he can even figure it out when, you know, he amazes me sometimes, but he does have his moments. So, I just, I was surprised and impressed and very proud. So I told him that, because I usually try to do this every time he gets his report card, that because when he gets a good grade, I'll give him, I'll get him something, be it, a box of Cheez-Its, whatever. It's his choice. He doesn't ask for a whole lot. So I told him, that that's what we would do. And he's like, okay. And he didn't really ask for anything yet. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if he does. Uh, but that was our big deal. He was all excited about that. He did, a little happy dance around the house. Then on Saturday, I received some chocolate chip cookies. Laura, I, you just don't know. Anyway, yes, she does because I told her already. So that was our weekend was kind of just, I spent Saturday, chatting with my normal people that I chat with, and excuse me, we did that, and it was kind of a laid back weekend. I did. Oh, one thing I did forget. My oldest son, who's 30 years old, his daughter, my granddaughter, had a birthday on the 31st, on Friday. And I didn't get to go because I didn't have way there. And so she was going to send me pictures. Well, she didn't, but that's okay because they're in the middle of doing a whole bunch of stuff and she's busy, 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 busy. So anyway, I asked her, what she got for her birthday. Now, mind you, she's 3. And she looked at me and she was talking to me on the phone with her mom's help. And she got dolls and nail polish. And I was like, what are you going to do with nail polish? You're 3. And come to find out, I guess it's like nail polish for kids. I didn't even know there was a thing. I don't know. I don't know these new products out here. So, yeah. Okay. And she says, well, and of course, she, I guess, apparently likes to paint her mommy's toenails and fingernails. I just started laughing. I thought that was just too cute. And she got, it's like a leapfrog, but she forgot the name of it. I forget what it's called, and I think I know what it was that she got, but she couldn't remember. And of course, she told me flat out that she didn't like it. And I just laughed and I said, well, because number one, it's a learning toy, and she didn't like it. And I said, but she'll eventually she'll want to play with it, especially when she starts going to school or whatever. So that was that whole weekend and last week in a nutshell for that. Sunday. Okay. Mind you, it was Super Bowl Sunday. I don't do Super Bowl. I do when I know that my team, which is the Steelers, or a team that I can put up with is gonna play. So I didn't watch it at all whatsoever. I had no desire. I was gonna watch the halftime, but I didn't I didn't. I don't even remember why I didn't. I just, I guess it didn't appeal. And I just kind of did my crafts all weekend, or all night, the whole time. But Sunday morning, okay. Now, I'm cranky when I get up first thing in the morning. I'm just a complete total not a nice person at all whatsoever. So I go to make my coffee and go do what I need to do, get my clothes on, do my routine in the morning, and I come out to get my coffee. And I noticed that the coffee pot wasn't as full as it usually is every morning after I make a pot of coffee. I only make 8 cups. So I thought something's not right. So I pour the cup of coffee, not even thinking, okay? I guess because I wasn't fully awake, it just didn't even faze me. And the coffee was still brewing and running into the pot. Now, my coffee pot, when you take the pot off, the coffee make out of the coffee maker, it stops brewing. And you can pour your cup of coffee, put the coffee pot back on, and it'll brew, it start again. Well, it didn't stop. And I thought, what? And it didn't really faze me. I was just trying to figure out why the coffee was still brewing, even though there was no coffee pot there. Okay. And I was like, okay, it's too early in the morning for me to figure this out. So I'm steadily, I poured my coffee, cleaned up the mess, and put the coffee pot back on in the coffee maker. Okay. Now, you don't laugh yet because I'm not done. It gets even more funnier. So I'm making my coffee, and I didn't pay attention after I put the sugar in. Okay. Put the creamer in, stirring it up. I thought, why do I have coffee grounds in my coffee? Now, I'm not talking about, here, there, everywhere. I'm talking about, oh, crap load. Couldn't figure out why. And I thought, Now, usually with a spoon, I can skim the top of the coffee in the coffee cup and get rid of them. No, not this time. Every time I, skim the top off, more kept flying up. And I was like, why? So I I thought something's not right here because no. So go, I pour the coffee out. There's this much coffee grounds in the bottom of my coffee cup. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? And I thought, I just can't deal today. No. So I said, okay, why is this being like this? So I went, looked in a coffee pot. Couldn't tell in the coffee pot. So I opened the top of the coffee maker. There's water still standing in the coffee where the coffee filter goes. And yeah. And I thought, are you just kidding me right now? So now, mind you, I'm saying some not nice, I'm saying some very unladylike words in the process. Now, mind you, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. So I thought, okay, you know what? I give up. And I made another cup, rinsed out the coffee, the basket where the coffee filter goes, rinsed that out, and poured out the whole entire pot of coffee that I made. Now, mind you, there was grounds in that too. And I wasn't I wasn't very happy. Let's put it that way. And I had to wait longer. So I said, I'm not going to sit here and do what I got to do. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to watch this, because if I don't, it'd be my luck. I walk away, finish doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to have the same problem. So that was my start to my Sunday. And excuse me. So we just kind of lazed around because I had no desire to watch the Super Bowl. I just, because number one, I don't like the 49ers, and I don't watch the Chiefs enough to even, you know, make a big thing about them, because, and I watch football, and I don't know. So I just didn't have the desire to watch it. And nobody else did. So we just kind of, and I think big part of it was because uh, my team wasn't playing. Yes, I know I'm a Steelers fan, and y'all can just, I'm sorry, y'all can make fun of me, blah, 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 blah. That's just me. I used to be a Cowboys fan, and, well, they kind of screwed up, and I decided to switch to the Steelers. And I've been a Steelers fan ever since. And no, they didn't make it this year, and I knew they didn't make it this year, and I thought, well, I'm just not going to watch the Super Bowl. I wanted to watch the beginning of the Super Bowl because The Rock was on there introducing all the players. Then I think he was just introducing the Chiefs. I'm not sure. Then I was going to watch the halftime, which I was going, I wasn't sure if I wanted to or not, but I've seen, clips of it, and it was I have to say, from what I saw, it seemed to be a really good halftime show. Yeah, a lot of people got, made a big deal about the costumes and stuff, but I like J-Lo, and my oldest daughter used to call me Jenny from the block. And I had another friend that used to call me that too. So it's been kind of, you know, it kind of stuck. Now, not, it doesn't, a lot of people don't use it now or don't call me by that anymore just because, those people have lost touch. But I've always liked her, and so I just thought it was kind of cool. And I didn't even know that she was going to be in the in the halftime show until that morning. And I was going to watch, but I changed my mind. So we just, I just sat here and diamond painted, cross stitched, did my live, and then sat down and cross stitched during Cal's live. And that was basically what we did, or what I did. And everybody around here watched movies or whatever. And that was basically it for that whole weekend. And of course, we started cleaning out rooms. I started organizing in here. Don't mind this back here. That's my closet. I can't close the closet door because, as you guys can see, my TV and the stand is in the way. So that can't be shut. So yeah, don't hate. It's whatever. So I started organizing and got some of what I needed to do in here done. And now the next fun part. I'm dreading this. And this was kind of inspired by Teresa Addy. And Teresa, I saw your comment on my post on Instagram. And I'm dreading it. I don't know if I'm going to have fun. um, I'm kind of scared as to what I'm going to find. But I'm getting ready to start the boys' bedroom. And let me tell you, I know women and guys have different smells. Okay. I get it. Okay. I fully, whatever. And it's gotten to a point that I've had to shut their bedroom door because it smells so bad. And Skylar refuses to sleep in there. He sleeps out on the couch because that's how bad it smells. And I had told them Saturday. Was it Saturday? Saturday or Friday, because I had already made the decision that I was going to start trying to get their rooms clean. And I told them, I said, this has got to be cleaned. You got to, this room stinks. And I'm not just talking about stink. I'm talking about it smells like, it smells like rotten feet. That's how bad it is. Among whatever else, whatever kind of smell there is. And so I just looked at him and I was like, and I told Justin, I said, this is just disgusting. I said, how in the world do you sleep in this room? Now, mind you, I have been getting on him for as long as I can remember to clean this room. I didn't raise him to be like this. He had no problem cleaning it when he was younger. That's it. Just I don't understand. And I get it. You know, when you're a teenager, you go through that stage. Not that I ever did, because I know what would happen in my house, in my parents' house. If I did, my parents would ground me, and I've done that. I've tried that with him, and it just doesn't work. It didn't work. So he just looks at me. He says, "It doesn't smell." Dude, yes, it does. It stinks. It's just the most awful smell. If I could somehow or another find a way to mhm. And I've even gotten one of those air neutralizers. I found where did I find it? I found it at Walmart, and I put it especially in his closet and tried to neutralize, you know, the bad smell in there. That didn't work either. So I don't think he realizes just how bad it smells. I mean, he sleeps in there, and he's still, even after taking a shower, after, you know, whatever, he still has that smell on his body. And I just, and like earlier when I went in there to take pictures, the smell, I had to hold my breath. That's how bad it was. It just, there's no way to describe this, because I don't know how else to describe it. And I also told him, I said, you know, the toy box is coming out, that, because neither one of you use it anymore. Skylar, I have a tote that I will give him to put, you know, the toys that he's gotten the past couple years in there. And I told them, I said, you guys are going to go through that toy box. Well, they started that last night. They ran out of trash bags. So I've got to get trash bags tonight. And I then told both of them that once I get the trash bags tonight, that they need to finish this. And I told Justin, of course, then Justin misses the bus this morning, even after I get him up. Yeah. So he's, don't ask. He woke up at 7 o'clock, and I'm in here trying to get Skylar's, you know, he's trying to get dressed. And Justin comes in here, and I look at him, and I don't know what to say, because it's gotten me so irritated that I'm to a point now. I don't seem to think, I guess it's a losing battle. I get it. He's last year high school. Okay. Whatever. Fine. And I really think he does this just so he doesn't have to go to school. And I give up on this today. I'm just not even going to try the sixth placer today. It was working fine earlier, and now we're just, yeah, we're going to be special. And I told him this morning, I'm standing here, and I'm getting myself situated, and I'm straightening up everything in here. And he comes in, and he looks at me, and I told him, I said, I just point blank told him, I'm just tired of every morning getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, getting you up, and then every 10 or 15 minutes having to come into your room to make sure you're awake or get you back up, and you still miss the bus. I said, I shouldn't have to do this. I said, your problem is that you stay up until all hours of the night playing that stupid video game. And that's another issue I have because I've, again, I feel like it's one of those push and pull things with him. And I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle with him when it comes to that. And he keeps telling me that, excuse me, that he has problems sleeping at night, or he's not tired, so he just doesn't go to bed. Okay, well, you sit up all night long talking to your friends, and one of them I don't like, and or I have issues with, but that's another story. And he doesn't keep me up. Okay. So then every other night that I can't sleep because you're being all loud, and I walk by to go out into the living room to smoke a cigarette because you woke me up, I can hear him on the phone talking to you. And you're telling me he's not keeping you up. No. Okay. So I told him today, I said, this is ridiculous. I said, I'm really, really tired of doing this every effing morning with you. I said, I shouldn't have to do this every morning. And I said, it's bad enough that I have to get your brother at 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, if you, would be responsible enough to get up on your own at 6 o'clock, I wouldn't have to get up. I could stay in bed for another half an hour or 45 minutes. But you don't. So and he kept telling me he was sorry. I was like, well, you're going to have to, fix it. I said, because I can't keep doing this for you. And I said, what's going to happen when, you move out, if you ever move out? And I said, I'm not going to be calling you every 10 minutes to get up so you can go to, class, work, whatever. I said, I'm just not going to do it. I said, especially if you want to move to North Carolina with your sister. I said, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. And I don't know. I mean, and so because he missed the bus this morning because he just didn't want to get up. And of course, why am I doing this? I know my six placer doesn't work, or my six placer works, but it's just being special. So I told him this morning, I said, well, being that you want to stay home, I said, you get to clean your room today. Or I said, you can start working on that room. I said, then when your brother gets home, you're going to help with cleaning out that toy box. I said, the toy box is going in the dumpster. Or we'll keep it. But, yeah. And, okay. And I said, and none of this playing on your game. I said, you're going to, the game's going to be put on hold until you get all this done. I said, because I'm not going to sit here and clean all this out by myself. And I said, your sister's cleaning her room, or going to be working on her room this weekend. I said, I'm not doing this. I said, it's just, no, it's not happening. plain and simple and to the point, and I'm sorry about your luck. Deal with it. Um, as for the toy box, there's stuff in there that's not even toys. There's freaking socks in there. That I didn't even know they had. Okay, I didn't even know that the kids had. I forgot they had them, and then it wasn't only that they stunk. So I told them to throw them away, and of course, but they're mine. I don't care. They stink, and if you think I'm gonna wash them, you're badly mistaken. So it just and I sit here and I think, okay, if this had been me, and this had been what I was like when I was a teenager, all my parents would have just killed me because I just I don't understand. And I know I've taught them about cleanliness and, taking care of themselves and cleaning up after themselves and keeping their room clean. And I'm at wit's end because, and I can't really blame it all on Sky because Sky does his part in there. He makes his bed. He, picks up his mess. But I just, I don't know. I'm to a point. I don't know. Yeah. It's pitiful. It really is because and it's sad. And it makes me feel like I don't want to say a bad parent, but it makes me feel like I didn't do my job as a parent when it came to teaching them or teaching him, especially, how to take care of himself and take care of his room because he knows better. And it bugs me. It really does. And yeah, it's just not pretty. It's really not. I was just not happy with that whole thing. So then, of course, now, last night I was sitting here because I was editing a video for this coming Monday. Skylar comes home from school. And I know I'm going back and forth between yesterday and today, and I apologize. So, he comes in, and I hear him say, "Dad's here." Okay. I thought he was just saying that. I thought he was being funny. So he comes in here, and he looks at me, and he says, "Mom." "Yeah." "Daddy's downstairs." "What? Why? What? No, he's not." "Yeah, he is." "Okay. Why is he downstairs?" "He wants you. He wants you to come downstairs for a minute." I said, "Are you sure? You're just not, saying this because, No, he called me when I was coming out of the gate, coming through the gate from school." "Okay." So I went down there and he handed me 2 bags. I said, "What is this?" He says, "It's for Sky. Sour Patch Kids." I'm not talking about a little itty bitty snack size bag. I'm talking about a bag about this size. Okay. Then a freaking huge gallon jug of Sunny D. Okay. I didn't have a problem with that. I thought, okay, no problem, And I explained to Sky in front of his dad that, he could have a couple of the Sour Patch Kids now before dinner because I didn't want him to ruin his dinner. And then later on after dinner. Oh no. Now, mind you, he was fine about it before dinner. It's going on 8:30, 9 o'clock. He comes in to the kitchen and I'm pouring me a glass of tea. And he says, Mom, yeah, can I have some Sour Patch Kids? No, but Mom, Daddy bought them for me. Okay, but that doesn't mean you can have them now. It's too early to your bedtime. Um, he wanted some. It wasn't just like one or two. He wanted a whole handful. Okay, now, mind you, he didn't need sugar. He's hyper enough. And I was like, no. Mm-mm. So he kind of got, I guess, disappointed. He wasn't mad. He was just kind of like, he just pouted a little bit. And he looked at me. He says, well, can I have some Sunny D? I said, sure. Now, he's old. He's, old enough now that I let him go and he can pour his own. Okay. Now, mind you, this was a big, huge jug. And I wasn't going to say anything when he got his cup out because I thought, well, he'll figure it out that he's going to need my help. So I go into the living room and next thing I know, Mama, yes, I need help. What's wrong? I can't lift the Sunny D. Okay. So his dad calls this morning and I said, dude, did you have to get that big, huge freaking thing of Sunny D and a big, huge bag of Sour Patch? He said, why? I said, you want him to be hyper. I don't need him to be hyper. It's just, no. It's not a pretty picture. And he's like, well, don't give them to him all at once. I said, I didn't. But I don't need him to be hyper. I said, you just don't understand. And truthfully, he doesn't. Because he's not here all day long to see this. Because, yeah, Sky can be a little special when he's got sugar. So that's been interesting. It'll be interesting. Trust me. Because, just. And he started laughing. And I said, well, and he says, well, was he okay with the whole thing? Yeah, but you could have got a smaller thing of Sunny D. I said, because it would have been hard. It's hard for him to pour it on his own. And he's, he's learned how to do that on his own. And he says, well, that's why, or no, what was it? Well, you'll just have to help him. Well, duh. And he says he really shouldn't be doing that stuff by himself. Dude, the boy's almost 10 years old. I'm sorry. You don't know what he can do and what he can't do because you're not here 24/7. Sorry, I don't want to get started on that little rant. And yeah. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go there. Trust me. I'm not, because the last time we had this issue was when I was sick and I let him know about himself then. And I'm not doing it. So he's never mind. And of course, I haven't heard from him in like 2 months before yesterday. And of course, he got upset with me because I didn't bother to call him. Well, when you tell me before Christmas that your brother dies, I'm just going to assume that you're busy dealing with that. And you also tell me you're going to have, you're getting ready, you're getting ready to have surgery on your knees. I'm just assuming that that's what you're doing. I'm just not going to bother you. Then I find out he deleted my number out of his phone. Okay. And that's my fault. So I don't know. I just, I've come to the point now. It doesn't matter anymore. And Skylar doesn't seem to be too worried about, when he doesn't show and when he does show. And it bothers me a little, but, I'm used to it because Justin's dad's the same way and was the same way. And I just choose to, not let it bother me. So that's basically all that's been happening this week. So that's all of this WIP and Chat. I will have the next one will be on schedule on next Friday, and the new schedule will start next week because I'm all discombobulated this week. I had computer problems yesterday, and the video didn't get to be uploaded, and it was just pitiful. Story time diamond painting video will start on Monday. I have it already recorded. It just needs to be uploaded. And it's just been one of those days, guys. And let me tell you, it was crazy. And my computer wanted to be stupid. And it's just want to be special. So that's all from me this week, guys. And I will see you all next time. And you guys have a great week.